Yo, 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 Nakama Worldwide, welcome back to Komurasaki Corner. It's your boy Serge.
Yo.
It's your boy Vim. And shout out to Rooks, he'll be back with us next week. But don't worry, because we're bringing you another chapter review of One Piece, chapter 973, the Kozuki Clan.
But before we do that, please remember to smash that subscribe button, leave a like on the video, and you know what, let's get this thing cracking, man, because this chapter was fire.
You're not going to do the front cover?
You know what, yeah? I think the front cover explains itself. Gotti got busy. It's kind of dragging now. There's so much more important things to discuss.
Okay, I know. I trust him. There is a lot of important things to discuss. Let's get into it.
First, let me explain something, yeah? Kozuki Oden, I didn't think it would be possible, but he has to be easily my top 5 favourite characters.
If they do a character poll this year, he's going straight to number 1.
You think he'll go that high?
I think he'll go number 1, 100%.
I mean, that scene with Momonosuke, where he's just like, so son, what kind of girls are you? You got really telling him off, like, we really get a touch on like Oden's character, how endearing he is to his own family. He's fighting in the bathtub, making Hiyori cry. Like, he's giving everyone, you know, he's bigging up the mix.
Yeah.
He's saying everything he needs to say. And he's letting everyone know, like, what will be. And he's kind of foreshadowing slightly even there. Even though it's like a fun flashback, just to give us a more in-depth feeling to his character. It's just, it's depth.
He's accepted fate. And it's not to say that he knows he's going to go, but it's more to say that it doesn't matter. I'm living in the moment and we're happy.
This is destiny.
This is destiny.
And in 20 years' time, it's not, basically, he acknowledges, just as Goldie Roger did, we got there too soon. It's not for us to do this.
It's not our time right now.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my part to ensure that who comes in 20 years can do it. And like I said, shout out to Kozuki Oden, coolest character this year and one of the coolest characters ever.
Mad.
Moving on, we get into the part where Kinemon and the others are fighting off trying to rescue Hiyori, Momonosuke and Lady Toki. They've got swords from Shinobu. Shinobu says, you know, can I be a vassal for Oden? And he says, guys, none of us got selected. We all just decided to be his vassals. And I think that's powerful because it kind of, I think at this point, it makes it clear that she definitely is not a traitor.
No, 100% agree with that.
And I was wrong before. If you go back to a few videos,
we were screaming at her.
I was screaming at her. Only Rooklyn stood by. Shout out to Rooklyn. He said it wouldn't be her. And then we have another scene which I think highlights who the traitor is.
Okay.
And we get that scene where Inaurashi and Nekomamushi are fighting.
Yeah.
We get confirmation where one of them calls the other. We got Nekomamushi calls Inaurashi that he's the likely villain, the likely candidate. But what's interesting in that panel, if you go into the picture right now, you will see that in the background, the person that's getting them to kind of stop and not really talk about it is Raizo. And if you've been watching our videos, you know that we've been suspecting Raizo. We've been talking about how him being a ninja, that kind of goes in with the theme of being a double agent, is very, very likely. And I think this is another hint that it's him.
Yeah, again, you're in the midst of a conversation where you are a very likely candidate of an individual that could be a traitor, being a ninja, being sneaky. We're not sure of Raizo's motives.
It's like subtle writing. We're going to talk about the traitor, but then we're going to put the traitor in the background.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's our interpretation. Let us know what you think in the comments. Then we get another cool scene where we see the numbers. And Ashura Doji and Denjiro calls for help from Ashura Doji. So what's going to be really interesting is Oda has been drawing the numbers in silhouette form. We know Oda loves silhouettes. I really wonder what they're going to look like and what level of competition they're going to be.
But you can even see King there. Look, that's his with the wings and stuff.
Yeah, I think he's the one that. I think it's fair to say that King was the one that set the castle on fire.
Yeah.
Now,
this panel is crazy.
There's a lot of subtle things if you pay attention.
But look at the panel next to it. Kaido's arm.
Before we get to that.
Oh, you know, wait.
Before we get to that,
okay.
I have one more thing to
talk to me.
The numbers.
Okay.
You see the numbers? They're a big problem. I think the numbers are going to be rocking against the Sulong Minx.
Okay.
That's what I think. The numbers are going to be a big problem. They look like a physical beast.
I see what
so it's going to be the Minx that are going to go Sulong to take them out. I'm just shouting that out.
Because they're savages.
Because they're savages,
Because they're savages.
We don't mean that in no like kind of racist way or anything, but like...
No, I hear that.
Now,
I want to reach back out. This is a powerful scene. Kaido is a yonko. What are you doing manhandling a child like this? This is insane.
What was your take on it?
This is the funny thing. Now we're trying to now analyze Kaido as a character, as an individual, right? Beast, no longer a human. Why? What possesses him to now crush the complete bloodline of Kozuki? Is he scared of something? Is he worried that that's going to come back and bite him?
Well, I have a different take to
Or
kind of how
is he
you
just
frame
trying
it.
to extinguish the flame of potential rebellion?
See, I disagree.
Okay.
And what I'll say is that if you when you read through the whole kind of panel,
Yeah.
first Kaido's holding Momonosuke, and I believe that he's not really kind of he doesn't know who Momonosuke is just yet.
Okay.
Because he then says he figures it out based on what Momonosuke says, and I think obviously he picks up the fact that he's the son of Kozuki Oden, and I think that's why he let him live. As in, I'm not going to take you out, and I'm connecting this to his respect for Oden that I think he got when he was born. Now,
That's the parallel to it, though.
thematically speaking, the scene where he shoots Oden in the head to ease his pain is like a samurai committing seppuku, and then they're assisted with having their head chopped off.
Yeah.
He, like one thing or another, he had great respect for Oden. We know he had that because he killed the Oden or Korazumi hack.
Mm-hmm.
If he didn't, he would have been happy to win dirty. So, although Kaido is a dark, manipulative, evil character, and he's willing to do dirt, there is a kind of a double stack, like a weird sense of honor.
Do you know what? And I'm gonna err towards your side now, because now I'm remembering when he was first introduced, and the narration around Kaido was he's tried to kill himself X, Y, and Z times. He's tried to. He's been in X, Y, and Z scuffles. He's been kidnapped and tortured X, Y, and Z times, and they haven't managed to kill him. So it brought up a bit of a what's the word to say?
Leave it to fate.
Yeah, and that's exactly it, too.
Like if you're meant to die, die.
And that's
I'm
it.
not going to kill you, and I'm not going to kill you because the moment is about inherited will, and he says to him like it's almost I think like he's testing Momonosuke, because Momonosuke says that my dad was the ruler, the strongest guy in this country, and one day I will be.
Yeah.
And Kaido looks at him and says, "These are thoughts that were put into your mind. Do you know what? Let's see if it's true." That's how I kind of interpret the scene. So it's part respect, part test, part let me see it, because Kaido's a guy that he likes a challenge. He wants to see what
He wants to see what can happen to him.
He wants to see what can happen to it. And I think when we draw to the bigger picture, the parallel here, Wano has been ruled by Kaido and Orochi for the last 20 years. And if you look at what Kaido's figure is to Wano, when he comes and shows face, he comes as the dragon. He's the big dragon in the sky. What's Momonosuke? He's the little baby dragon.
The baby dragon.
So there's a lot of things, a lot of questions that arise.
The irony to that, because he ate the fruit that was.
Well, I think that's the intention from Oda.
Yeah, it's true. The parallels between you're right.
There are very firm parallels there, and we'll have to see what happens. Question like, do you think that Momonosuke may be the one to land the final blow? Of course not. I'm just reaching, but
no. But the funny thing is, we don't know enough about Momonosuke's devil fruit at the moment. It's still very, very fairly new in terms of what he can and can't do.
Yeah.
He can fly. We've established that. He doesn't know how to. But what else can his devil fruit do to aid? And not finishing the final blow, but aid in the fight.
Does the dragon?
He wants to be involved.
Does the dragon get bigger while he gets stronger? Is the size of the dragon in contrast to the strength of the character? So there's a lot of crazy things that we can ask. But essentially, he let him live. We go to the scene where Lady Toki calls everyone over because she's going to flash him into the future. I couldn't figure out why Hiyori wasn't sent to the future, why they were separated. Is it a thing of they don't want to put all the eggs in one basket? If one dies in the future, let me leave one to stay.
But is it that she inherited her mother's will? Because and this is again, it hasn't been confirmed, but she has most likely taken her mother's devil fruit.
Why?
Why take her mother? What purpose does she have with it? To play that role when her brother does return in 20 years?
I don't know.
Okay, and I'm going to throw a theory. Again, we don't know the extent of what this devil fruit can and can't do, but can the devil fruit speed up the individual's life
span
to increase that lifespan from one moment to another? Not move them from one space of time to another, but can she make Momonosuke age in 20 years?
Maybe. I mean, it would be interesting to see. I mean, the moment Oda's introduced the devil fruit, you can bet your bottom dollar that it will probably come into effect at some point.
Yeah.
At least if it will be hunted. It's a very, very powerful fruit. But for this personal plot, It's just my opinion. I wouldn't really like to see it used. I don't want to see no one jump into the future or anything. I never liked that bit initially. I've grown to.
I wouldn't be surprised if it does get used. I'm not entirely too sure how though.
Well, maybe someone to escape
death
or
potentially.
Yeah, it will be very, very interesting. But Kawamatsu saved her.
And she survived that hit. Well, obviously it was from, we're going to get into it, but okay, you know what, let's carry on. Kawamatsu did save her, but it's interesting why she was let go, but there may be a bigger purpose.
I was shocked to see that Toki didn't die in the house, or in the castle, sorry. And like the whole thing of her getting on that horse, where did that horse, so does that horse pertain to that devil fruit power? Because where was the horse in the castle before? I mean, you can use your imagination and say that there was a stable, but she escaped after sending them to the future.
Is this horse sort of like got firing coming out of the mane?
Well, the thing is, it's not clear to see. That's just fire in the building.
Yeah.
I would say when you look at the picture of the horse when it's riding through the forest, there's nothing there. But she goes to Bakura town. The people are obviously saying, we're going to suffer now, and we deserve the divine punishment because we weren't good. And then it now begins an eternal night that never breaks. And then she flashes back to remember how she met Oden. And I'm going to read it for you guys just to make it clear. Toki, have you come searching too from 800 years in the past, searching for the day the world is overturned, then jump 20 years ahead, and the day you seek shall. So this is powerful because I think Oden in his time with Goldie Roger has figured out that the time frame is 20 years from now.
Yeah.
So that's where she's got the prophecy from. She's not clairvoyant.
Yeah.
This is Odin's message
and that's what we wanted to piece together full stop, because she's the one that spoke about the prophecy, but she wasn't the one that was aware of what the prophecy really meant. Odin and Goldie Roger, exactly what you just said, they learned about it. Goldie Roger from understanding, hearing the voice of all things, and Odin from being able to read polyglyphs themselves.
So she comes in, you are the moon unaware of the dawn. May your purpose be fulfilled, and cast 9 shadows in the night, woven of 20 years, and you shall know the brilliance of the dawn. And then at that point we can see clearly she's got the arrows in her, whether she was shot in a castle or there, but that's how Lady Toki died. So it's kind of confirmation to anyone who's theorizing that she's still alive, she's most likely dead. And then there's that cool parallel where Orochi is in boiling water, but he feels cold. And I just think that's a great metaphor for, he's getting chills at what's going to happen in 20 years' time. Hence his superstitiousness and Kyoshiro cussing him in the beginning of Wano, and that brings us to Kyoshiro. So finally the reveal that we all kind of knew. Kyoshiro was Denjiro. Well done. If you fought that, give yourself a pat on the back.
Yeah.
Made sense. What can we take from that? He won't probably be an opponent for Zoro. We know that after this chapter, because he's clearly on the side of the allies. Now, I will say this. Him acquiring that position with the Shogun. So the God of Rage changed his appearance.
God of Rage, and this is what I wanted to touch on just now. Similar to when Zoro was in the little temple in the forest.
But that's the same place.
It's the same temple, yeah?
It is the same temple.
God of Demons, yes, it is the same temple. So this is where his rage was taken over, and he's now embodied the spirit of a devil. How much more powerful he's become because of that is yet to remain to be seen. But we can tell that although his appearance has changed, he's definitely much more superior on an elite level.
And he was strong anyway.
Yeah.
So that's scary. So he gains acclaim with Orochi. We see how Hiyori came to him again. Hiyori wasn't happy that Kawamatsu was always giving her all the food. She felt bad, so she ran away because she knew Kawamatsu would just starve for her sake. She landed in the arms of Denjiro, who kind of reintroduces himself and says, I'm here.
Yeah.
Hold it down until 20 years pass, until that final day. Don't even tell our allies who I am. But that lets us know that he's coming to fight. But another thing I want to add to that is, if we come back to the present in terms of who snitched, I think what we're going to see drawn out is that the scabbards already knew. So all these people, all this that's going on in terms of the port that's empty and stuff is an act, and they've done it to off-throw. Because think about it this way. Kyoshiro in the present is already on side.
Yeah.
You don't need him to turn.
Yeah.
So whoever he's keeping in touch with, whether it's Komurasaki, Hiyori, he's let them know who the traitor is.
Yeah.
Because the traitor told Orochi. So
Yeah.
Orochi's obviously told Kyoshiro, who's told it back to them. And I think that's how we're going to see it drawn out as to who the traitor
whatever
is.
they're doing is basically they're showing that they're following the same plan that they've already leaked out by making it look like, oh my god, we're stuck. What's happening here? How can we get? They're playing up to that. It's a triple con.
Yeah, and hence why I believe the ships are all safe.
Yeah,
They were
everything's
all
good.
warned, they prepared everything, and you could think to yourself, how could they move so many ships and hide them? Room. Shambles. It's not impossible, man.
It's true.
So when we come back to the present and we reconnect with what's going on, these are the kind of things that we can expect to see.
Nah, I'm loving it, and we finally got out which our boy is. Of course, Kyoshiro, Denjiro. So we've gone somewhat a full circle about who we're dealing with, and we're hopefully going to be reaching into the point where we're going to see some fights. Because I loved Oden's flashback, but we need to see a little bit of action now.
Well, we're coming to the present, man. So, I mean, like I said, it's a long year, and I think Wayno will take until Christmas, but it'll be worth it.
I think it'll be a little bit longer.
You think you'll go into next year?
I think we'll go into next year. It'll be fun though.
Oh, it's so much fun already. But you know what, guys? Let us know what you thought in the comment section down below.
If you haven't already, smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, share the video. The more you share, the more we grow.
But from Komurasaki Corner, it's that time again.
Peace out.